ओके सो गाइज, आज हमारे साथ है सुशांत संजय शेटे। इनका 10th और 12th औरंगाबाद से हुआ। देन इन्होंने फिर बी फार्मेसी वाईबी चौहान से की। ड्यूरिंग हिज बी फार्म ही इज अ रियली एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी पर्सन। ही पार्टिसिपेटेड इन एनएसएस कैंप रायला। आफ्टर दैट ही क्वालिफाइड जीपैट एंड देन इन्होंने इनका एम फार्म ये मणिपाल यूनिवर्सिटी से किया विद स्पेशलाइजेशन ऑफ क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस। सो ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ माय ऑडियंस सुशांत, आई रियली वेलकम टू यू।
Thank you. Thank you, Sumit. Thank you. Hi, everyone, whoever is listening to us. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, man, to talk on your channel. Thank you.
ओके सो सुशांत, shall we start our question answer session?
Yeah, man, we can.
Okay. So my first question to you, Sushant, why you choose pharmacy? Why not other field? Over to you.
Okay, so the as we can all know, after 12th standard, as a science background student, we have to have that enthu about MBBS, BHMS, and each and every field, So like all whatever you have done, all the pharmacy graduates after your 12th have done the same. Okay, I have given a NEET, I have given state level examinations, and in that I could have barely, I can say, cracked that any NEET or state level examination, but I've never got that interest in the syllabus, because it was very lengthy and tough, and I'm having huge respect whoever is doing that MBBS and BHMS right now. So the thing is, the only field, this pharmacy, which attracted me, because that time I only known about as I can start my retail or wholesale business by doing this pharmacy, and there is a kind of drug molecule study in this field. So these kind of things really attracted me toward this pharma field. And by the time I just got by the time I just get distracted with all my repeaters for NET and all, I chose this field, pharmacy, after 12th.
Okay, okay. That's great answer. Okay, so Sushant, my next question to you that how was your B Farm journey and what was the challenge that you faced during your B Farm journey?
Okay, so Sumit has already mentioned that I have done my graduation in pharmacy from YB Chavan College. It's in Aurangabad only, Marathwada. So, yeah, man, I can't say that my graduation journey was challenging. I would rather say it was very exciting, because and I would like to mention, if I would have gone with the perspective I had for joining this field, I would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But I changed my perspective toward this pharma field, and that's why I think I've completed graduation and post graduation also with a lot of enthu. So in my graduation journey, by the first year only, I got to know that this field is having a lot of exposure. Like pharma IT sector was booming that time, and still it's booming. Then research, obviously R&D is booming in pharma field. Then there is a kind of gist of law in pharma, the gist of business in pharma MBA, as we know about it. So this all kind of things I got to know in first year only, and I'm really thankful for this to my graduation faculty, YB Chavan College faculty, because of them only I would like to mention a few of the names, like Duresh Sheva ma'am, then Sarfaraz sir, Yasir sir, and lot of people, like they are really great. They motivated us to do something for this field, because and yeah, and because of the reason, I feel really excited for my all 3 years. Okay, and then by the end of second year, I realized that we are having such a unique kind of subjects. As you know, Sumit, we have to learn around 28 subjects in pharma,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and all subjects are like having a different background. Like physical pharmacy, cognosy, pharmacology. like all plant-based research in cognosy and all human-based research in ecology, you can say disease and all. And yeah, with instruments also, whatever the instruments or equipments precisely I can say used in pharma field. So we have to learn everything, and in that two subjects were there. One was around computer, and second one was communication skills. Uh, I think yeah, soft skills and communication skills. So these things also involved in this pharma in graduation. Okay, so and that by the end of second year, that's only I realized that each and every perspective these graduation subjects will fulfill if I learn this very well. And that's the reason in first year and second year also I got a good percentage in my graduation. And yeah, it was a very nice journey till second year. And yeah, he has already mentioned that I have won so many awards and all. Yeah, that's true. I would like to mention that I have won award from Makarana Pure. I've won award from Bharat Ganesh Pure, like the legends in comedy, you know. So yeah, so while doing and while studying these all subjects in graduation, I one can say that you will barely get time for your extracurricular activities, but it's not true. Uh, so I can say, look at me, I've done that. Yeah, really, I've done that. So many street show we used to do. I've participated in NSS while my graduation. I used to manage and arrange different kind of shows and programs for my college. And fortunately, I've gotten a really great group in my graduation level. Sumit was also part of that for some
Yeah.
days. Yeah. So we used to do that. And one thing in all this I really liked. Yeah, apart from this, I used to participate in speech competitions, essay competitions, you know, on district level and on inter-college level and that things. So yeah, I've won awards in that also. uh, why I would like to mention this here, the people who feel no while their graduation that this is semester pattern, how I can get time for my extracurricular. Though it is very important, you should have some kind of extracurricular gist in your resume, you know. Now I am feeling very thankful to me only or to all my group only that we have done this in our graduation, and we can proudly mention in our CV that we have done that. So that's why I would like to mention here that you guys can also do it if you plan well in your graduation journey. And by end of the third year, I got to know about this GPAT and all, and we have started preparation for that. And you know, for a guy like me who is not smart, I know I'm not smart. I can't learn things in one shot only. I have to mug up, I have to rectify it, and then only I can understand it. So the moment I feel that I can I can compete on national level in by giving GPAT with all pharma student at national level. And the moment I realized the importance of this examination, I just left the home. I left my home, though my college was in hometown, because I know I can't study at home. Okay, it's just for me. I can't say that everyone should do that, but I know about myself, and that's why I left home and I went to the you know uh, at flat. Like Sumit was my flatmate that time, and and I met so many people there. Two of them was a founder of Sehat Easy. I would like to mention here, like founder and co-founder of that Sehat Easy. It's a good startup these guys are doing. Suresh and Krishna. And I got to know a different perspective of pharma field there, that how these people are managing their graduation, then their their practice for this entrance examination, and still they used to manage time for research about business, research about analytics. So they used to do that there only in while doing their graduation only. So I got that different perspective by looking at them. And yeah, I will come on that afterwards. So yeah, I've shifted there, and we used to like study a lot, because I already mentioned that I'm not a smart guy. I have to rut off and I have to mug up the things. So yeah, we used to study a lot. We used to study dozens of books for that, for GPAT. It's not about GPAT only. The thing is, uh, we realize that we are having passion, or we are having that enthu for this pharma field, and that's why I used to study a lot. And by end of the fourth year, as I can proudly say, I qualified GPAT, then I qualified Manipal entrance, yeah, then qualified NMIMS, and this all kind of entrance I qualified. And out of that, I chose Manipal University. I had just collected top 15 colleges in India, and out of that, whatever the examination were there, I have given all. And then I qualified NMIMS, Manipal entrance. Then I got to know about JSS College, then Bharati Vidyapit. So all of these colleges I had selected for that. Even NIPER also, obviously. And because of my personal interest, and obviously I got a higher rank in my NIPER examination, because I had already changed my focus toward Manipal when I got to know about that university after qualifying my GPAT. And that's why I have chosen that Manipal university, or you can say college, for my post graduation.
Okay, so one question just came in my mind, that is it necessary to qualify the GPAT for a good future in pharmacy?
Uh, no, Sumit. I will tell you. The thing is, GPAT is not a milestone in pharmaceutical. It's not only milestone. More precisely, I can say. There are a lot of career opportunities are there, and like even pharma graduates don't even know about it. We only know GPAT, and we only focus on that, and if we don't get qualify, if we don't get good rank in that, then we all get upset, then there is no future, we feel like that. So no, it's not necessary, but if you qualify, then like obviously it's like then the cakewalk for you in your professional career further. But no, it's not necessary. We will discuss it afterwards, like all other opportunities in pharma. Yeah.
Okay. So my next question to you, Sushant, how was your first interview?
Okay. So by end of my post graduation from quality assurance in Manipal, we got a campus placements. Like yeah, we have already placed like many of us in R&D sector. Like many of my batchmate placed in the as a business analyst and regulatory. So all fields were there for PG post graduation, and companies also came like that. But yeah, so my first interview is of this Syngin only, Syngin International, where I'm working right now. And they have like segregated us, and they have, I can say, extracted us from written examination first. Then after written examination, I think only 30 people from pharmacy got selected for a final round, and around 20 people from pharma D had selected for final round. And then out of that, they had selected only 7 people. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can say it was a cutthroat competition. Yeah, I will I would like to say that it was a cutthroat competition. Still, we managed to crack that interview. So Uh, More precisely, if I focus on the people who came for a job for R&Ds in research, my interviewer was more interested in my project, MFARM project, and whatever the extracurricular activities I have done in my graduation or in my post graduation, and what kind of exposure I got in my PG. So he did not even looked at my educational background, what percentage I had in 10th 12th, in graduation also. He didn't even looked at it. So my project mattered a lot. He asked me about it. He asked me in depth, and I think he got impressed because of this heading of my project, because experimenting on antiretroviral drugs, and we have already submitted our abstract also in IJPS, International Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So I think he got impressed about that, and the reason uh, I was selected in that interview.
Yes, Sushant. My next question to you, that some of my viewers are pharma fresher and pharma student only. So how you can address them to select their profession or as a career guidance perspective?
Okay, yeah, man. Uh, I can say, as a pharma graduate, 90% people only know the career is only in research, or career is only in R&D sector, and it's not true. It's really not true. The exposure this pharma field will give you, you can't even imagine. One of my colleague or one of my senior is having a dream to do or to excel their professional career in law, and he is a pharma postgraduate. So now you can imagine how this professional transition is happening in his life. You can do your career and you can go into patent office. You can do your career as a legal advisor in patent office, where they need pharma background people. So I think many of the people don't know about this. So you have to excel this, like you have to search about it. Then second thing I would like to mention here, you can excel your career in the management field as well. So it's not like that you can do only pharma MBA. You can do general MBA also. There are a lot of people from pharmacy background are there in the IIMs, are there in the IIT, who are doing MBA there. Okay, after graduation, even after post graduation, they're doing MBA there, man. So you just imagine what kind of exposure you will get as a pharma background professional. Because when the companies like GSK, Glenmark, AstraZeneca, when they want the people at their managerial level, or that in their management, they specifically want people are having pharma background. And there is a lack of professionals in management degrees who are having pharma background. So you can also take this as a career, or this as one of the options. And the third thing, like research, R&D is everywhere, man. You can do PhD from abroad or from India, like everyone knows about it. So I don't want to mention, or I don't want to speak about R&D much here, because everyone knows R&D is like it is a like cakewalk for any postgraduate who have so yeah, like everyone knows about this R&D field, right? So I don't want to mention here much about it, because you can do PhD after your post graduation, and you can excel your professional life there in abroad or in India. Yeah, there are hell lot of college, and already from graduation only we know how many colleges are there and how we can excel there. So yeah, R&D is always there. Only if you can do your post graduation from good college, then only you will get that type of exposure where you can really enjoy this research. Okay, after your PG or after your PhD also. Then There are a lot of career options are there, like you can do your career in pharmacovigilance after doing your pharmacology post graduation in pharmacology, or after doing your post graduation analysis. You can choose pharmacovigilance as a career, regulatory affairs as a career. As I'm a quality assurance postgraduate, I know
Yeah.
there is a career. uh, this is a booming field, regulatory affairs, then QA officer. This all kind of branches are there to choose your career. It's not like pharma and after PG you can do your career in in R&D only. So yeah, there are a lot of things are available. These pharma graduates, or those who are pursuing graduation, they should know about this. So yeah, man, anytime uh, you guys can contact me, or you guys can ask Sumit also. So whenever you want any kind of help or any kind of need to choose your career, will be always there.
Uh, yes, Sushant, thank you for enlightening us. Thank you for given your special guidance to my viewers, and thank you from the Pharma Tutor by J Sir Teams. Yeah, thank you so much again.
Thank you, thank you,
So
thank you.
friends, वन थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू मेंशन हियर, अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और शेयर कीजिए.
Yeah,
थैंक यू.
thank you.